Joe Dewey, doing no, you don't no need for other things. I won't get that complicated, honestly. But I've been talking a bit of a mixture because I will. But doing puppet doing quite I feel puppet. Like this. So I work with puppets, I work with poetry, I work with performance, I work with play. You know, they're my general things. But like a lot of people here, what I am is a participatory artist, a workshop artist. And what that means to me is that I bring people together to collectively create and explore. Because I know it means lots of different things to different people. So bring people together, and somebody asked me what it was that you do. Say it in one sentence, just one sentence, and you know you feel like this one sentence to describe what you do. So yes, poetry, play, collectively bring people together. And I was like, no, it doesn't say enough. It doesn't say enough what it actually is that I do, what we do. But then I was reminded of one of my participators having one of these moments going, I get it, miss, I guess what we do, I get what we're doing. It's all to do with two, dude. And I agree entirely. It's all to do with attitude. It's all to do with attitude. My work is all to do with changing attitudes, transforming attitudes, enhancing them sometimes, and not just with my participants. It's a lot with the teachers, the parents, the funders, the everyone. How many times have we all heard, oh, I didn't think he would be capable, or they would be capable, or we would be capable. We hear it a lot. So yeah, it's all to do with attitude, I think. So my sentence, yes, using puppetry, poetry and play to collectively bring people together to explore. But it does go beyond that as well, to explore. And this is what my idea was, the thing that I'm really trying to tackle, the antidote to apathy. That's my blog. Yes. And that's what I'd like to explore more, but it is what we are exploring. All these pictures come from a series of different workshops that I did with Vagabondi, not just me, Owen Glyn Davis, marvellous man, supported by Arts Connection, Theatre Haffen, Arts Council and Mentally Ice. And what we're doing, we're working with second language users to just change their attitude towards Welsh, which sometimes wasn't all that positive, but just simply, they didn't feel like they owned it, which I always thought was bizarre. Especially down in Wedi Chwarae, we played lots. We played with words, rhyme, rhythm, song. We made bilingual stories using loads of different techniques and created puppets, marvellous puppets, and then made some funky films. And one of the reasons we use puppets is because it's less threatening as a performance technique, and you can speak through a puppet. And when I say to them, don't worry, if you can't speak Welsh, your puppet can. They believe me. Great. So it's this ownership thing that I always found really strange, because I'm a London gog, so I come from the Welsh community in London, and you know, I never learned Welsh as a child, but I always felt like I owned it. I could always sing perfectly Carol Ann. When I returned as an adult to Wales, I still had this ownership, you know, doing them in Siarad Perffaith, but it's still mine. And this is what I wanted to give to them. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you can't speak perfectly. It's still yours, and you can still have a relationship with it. But also, that's probably because I was in Spain for 5 years, working with a drama company, English through Drama. So this probably helped. One, I learned Spanish. As a dyslexic, that was cool. But two, I learned all the little hints and techniques about language, about learning language, and that we all struggle with, particularly in Britain. There is a Spanish joke. What do you call a monolingual? English. we have problems. We have problems with we have problems with learning language here, and the big part of it is apathy and attitude. One of the big problems we found is with the British education system that we always are obsessed with being right and correct. And they are rewarded for being right and correct when actually, in fact, you've got to make mistakes to learn the language. So basically, me and Owen, he's first language fluent, beautiful, fabulous. And I'm the clown, obviously, getting it wrong, repeatedly wrong, until they're correcting me. As they're correcting me, they're building their confidence. It's a very simple technique that we learned in Spain. Have a native speaker with a fluent, native speaker with a non-fluent speaker who is willing to engage, and somewhere in that mix, you know, you can reach most people. You can understand what they don't understand. I can understand what they don't understand and why, as well. Anyway, that's why we did that. And it kind of worked. We made some fabulous puppets, and we did some fabulous play, one of them being the Welsh hacker, which went down, it's the by far the thing they all wanted to do all the time. We opened and closed with it as an energy raider, but also it was a claimer. It was claiming themselves for themselves. Dummy, here we are, right here. And it worked really well. Result, brilliant. The difficult moments, oh, we were so far along. The difficult moments were generally the teachers who didn't understand where we were coming from. More training for the teachers, more interaction for us with them, that's all I can say about that. And here, participation, the participation idea has got to go all the way through, right the way through to the end, right the way through from the beginning, from that up to the down and in the middle. If we want to do participation, it's not just between the facilitators and the participants, it's right the way up there to everybody involved in organising it. So we got to get participating. That's it. We are here, right here.